and welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. In today's episode, we are doing a spooky Halloween special where we are going to be testing out the brand new glow discs from MVP and Axiom. Dang, these are so bright. This may be a day early, but happy Halloween, everybody. And to celebrate the spooky season, like many other disc manufacturers, MVP takes it upon themselves to create some really cool special edition discs for the Halloween season. They have 4 really cool releases for 2023 here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to Chattahoochee Pointe Park in order to play what did I end up doing? Like a 14-hole challenge using only these discs. So these discs are so cool. Like in the dark, the glow is amazing. So there's 2 sort of varieties. There's the Total Eclipse discs, which I have with the new Leapin' Lizzatl here. This one is a sweet Viking stamp. This one looks really cool, like trick-or-treating. And also the Proxy here as well. Both the flight plate and the rim glow in the dark. And there's also 2 of these like R2 Neutron discs with the glow rims. You can sort of see this even with the light that's glowing a bit in the background. So these ones are like, the stamps are so sick. So they went with this sort of like old school horror movie theme. So we have this The Wolfman with James Conrad. Oh my God. I remember they had a commercial for this playing during several of these later DGPT events in the year. It was the dumbest looking commercial ever with like James Conrad wearing the most obvious Wolfman costume. It was amazing. So cool. So funny. Look at this. Filmed in gyrovision. That's such a cool theme. And then they have this Rise of the Crave with Sarah Hokum. Such cool stamps. I really love these. And like these R2 discs with the glow rim, they just look so cool. If you're like in a dark room, it's just like a backlight almost for the discs. That is like the coolest thing. So we're gonna be playing the front 14 at Chattahoochee Pointe Park, and the last 2 holes I'm gonna be waiting for it to get dark in order to see how these discs fly while they're glowing. These discs look sweet. There's not much to say about them. I've done videos for most of them. All of these discs at one point have been in my bag. They're great discs. Let's go see how these fly. I'm really curious though to see like how much more overstable are these? Because like, for example, I have the Hex and I have the Crave in the bag. Are these gonna be more overstable? I actually have a Glow Hex in the bag if I really think about it. And we'll see. I'm really curious to see how they compare. So let's go hit the course. All right, since it's Halloween, I have dressed up as my favorite disc golfer, Calvin Heiberg, obviously post haircut here. So we're here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park, hole 1. They moved the basket. It's on the right side. I haven't seen this in so long. It's now 200 feet par 3. Nice straight shot down the right alley there. I'm gonna be going with the Proxy first here. I'm also gonna throw the Nomad. I used to putt with the Nomads back in the day. I never really threw it off the tee much though, so interested to see how this one flies. All right, so Proxy first here. Oh, that's lit right up. That's parked. Nice. Nice and straight still. Let's try the Nomad as well. Oh, yeah, I threw that out too wide. I laced this shot with the Proxy. It is a nice little tap in. So I'm interested to see what other holes they changed. I'm not sure if they changed all of them or just some of them. So really excited to see. All right, so hole 2 hasn't changed, unfortunately. So I guess not all of the holes have changed. We're still looking at 360 feet par 4. Basket is straight ahead, perched on top of a short little hill here. I'm gonna be going with the Crave here, R2 with the Eclipse rim. Hyzer around this tree right in front of me here. All right, that was pretty good. I definitely threw it out wider than I wanted to, but I put enough hyzer on it. Flipped up just a little bit, not all the way to flat though. Kept hyzering, so I think I'm actually in the fairway up there, if not just barely on the edge of the rough. We're like maybe 70, 80 feet away. Really easy approach. Gonna just go with a nice little smooth throw with the Nomad. Left that way short. Still got it. All right, so hole 3 did get moved. It's in its longest position, straight ahead, off a little bit to the left. It's 280 feet, par 3. Just have to make it through this wide gap. Also have to kind of keep it low, a little bit of a low ceiling in the middle. Normally I've been going with mid-ranges here because it's been like 240 feet. But with that extra 40 feet of distance, we're gonna switch it up, go with the Crave again. Just start nice and flat, straight down the middle. Should have a little bit of stability towards the basket. Let's see, I don't know if I can get the Crave 280. I think I technically can, but maybe with my beat up Crave. Not sure about this one though. Well, I think that's 10, 15 feet. Pretty good shot, honestly. I did get a little bit of flip and turn out of that. Just a little, not enough to like completely burn out or anything, but it gave it a little bit of extra distance. Hopefully we're gonna get a nice little birdie here. This is why I love the Crave. It's only a 6.5 speed driver, but it has some sneaky distance. Look at this little 5-foot tap and putt here. No problem. Okay, so hole 4 I think was also changed. I don't see it straight ahead in the longer position. I think it's off to the left, which means it's 730 feet, par 5. Doesn't really matter though. First order business is to take the Crave, rip it as hard as we can through the first 2 gaps here. We're gonna pretty much be throwing this Crave the whole time. Let's be real. Uh-oh, I turned that over. Fade. Oh, just got past it. Just got past it. I think I put a little anhyzer on that throw. Caused it to turn over. It almost hit the second tree on the right. But it missed it, and we're actually nice and in the fairway. All right, well, this was a little short of ideal, but with the shorter pin position, we might still have a decent opportunity of getting a birdie, and it is on the left side in the shorter pin position, so. Man, I burned it over again to the right. Oh, I know when I'm like trying to really rip on something, I tend to like lift my body up, causing me to throw a little anhyzer. Need to iron that out this off season. Man, I really left this one short. I don't think I can get there with the hex. I want to, but I don't think that's the play. Instead, I think I'm gonna go with the Crave, and this time I am actually gonna put a little anhyzer on it. At least I'm gonna try to intend to, and then watch. This time I'm gonna throw it nice and flat. Oh, hold it. Ooh, I should have thrown the hex. That was kind of long. Let's try giving it a toss real quick. Well, I got tripped up on that one on my run up in this long grass, but that was short. So the Crave was the right play. I just needed more anhyzer. It definitely faded out at the end. So the Crave and the hex actually ended up nearly identical. I thought the hex was way shorter, but they were about the same. Off to the left, we're well into circle 2 here for this birdie putt. If you've watched our videos of the past, you know Kang could hit some sick circle 2 putts with these R2 putters, so can we do the same? Nope. Close. All right, they did move hole 5, 155 feet, par 3. Basket right there. This is much easier than when the basket's 50 feet further into this tunnel. Still not guaranteed to get a birdie though, because I'm not that consistent. But we're going with the Proxy. Try to just go with a nice smooth shot. I got to put a little anhyzer on it because I do think if I throw it soft, it is going to fade, and we don't want to end up in the ditch on the left. Oh, that was close. Don't roll down too far. I think I'm in the middle of the hill. And then real quick, we'll try the Nomad again as well. Also a putt. Oh my God. There's a huge Joro right next to me here. Try not to putt into its web here. All right, so I definitely thought I was gonna be using the hex by now because hole 6 is usually a nice, really easy mid-range throw for me. But this basket was also moved. It's in a way shorter position, 195 feet, par 3. Gonna be going with the Proxy then. A little short, but should be a manageable putt. And just because this is where I normally throw the hex, feels wrong not going with it. Overstable and short. Of all the holes that they needed to change the basket on, this is one of them because this basket is leaned over so much, but they left it the same. Hole 7 is 255 feet, par 3, basket straight ahead, off a little bit to the left. We're gonna be going with the Crave, throwing it straight down here on the right side, let it fade to the left. I was hoping they were gonna move this one to the right side because then I could have gone with the hex. Are we just not gonna get to throw the hex today? Too much hyzer. Way short. Let's try the hex here also. Whew. That hex is overstable. All right, so the Crave ended up short and left, just like I thought. Luckily though, we did avoid the woods. Basket is still leaning just as much as it always has been the past couple months. But we are in circle 1, so we got to look here. Oh, short. Hole 8 has also been moved. This is another hole where I usually throw the hex, but they're really getting rid of all of my hex holes that are out now, all just putter holes. Because hole 8 is only 195 feet with the basket on the right side here, in between the 2 trees. Still a par 3, obviously. We're gonna be going with the Proxy, try to put a little anhyzer on it to the left side, let it drift over to the right, hopefully. Hopefully it holds that anhyzer, it doesn't fight out, but... Oh, that's gonna fight out. That was close. Hole 9 is still 180 feet, par 3, basket straight ahead, same position, just have a couple of trees scattered in the fairway to avoid. We're gonna play off the Nomad first, then we'll also throw the Proxy. I actually think the Proxy is the better disc, the one that I'm more comfortable throwing, but let's give this one a shot. Cut that really close to that tree, but it's parked. That was a much better throw, but they're same result. Nomad, right here. Proxy, just a hair closer. Hole 10 is in the same spot, 205 feet, par 3, basket is straight ahead, wide open. I do normally throw a hex or some other straight mid-range here, so finally we get a chance to use the new Viking Lazatl here. So we know that this is pretty overstable though from our initial tests. So I'm gonna try to throw it down the right side, let it fade into the basket. Oh, a lot of hyzer on that. 15 feet though. Woo. Hole 11 also got changed to the right side here, 205 feet, par 3. Another nice little shot for the hex here. Throw it down the right side, let it fade into the basket. I think that's a little short, but we should have a putt. I think technically 205 feet, this one's a little bit downhill even. I should be able to throw a Proxy little putter shot here. Let's try that. Yeah, that was a great throw. Man, I left this hex way short. We're like looking at a 20-foot putt here. Pretty embarrassing on a 200-foot hole. The Proxy, not that much better, but at least it's a little closer, just a little left. There we go though, got a nice big putt. Hole 12 did get moved. It's gonna be on the right side now. It's 385 feet, par 4. The leaves are starting to fall. So Kang's theory of there's more air than trees is starting to come a little more true. So I think I'm actually gonna be shooting for not the big gap on the right, not the first one inwards to the left, but the second one there, sort of right in the middle. See if we can lace the Crave through that into the middle part of the fairway. Well, that worked out, but that was not the one I was aiming for. I was aiming one more left of that. It still worked out. And because this hex is so beefy, I'm gonna actually try this down my normal line of going down the right gap and see if we can get it to fade into the left side. Oh, dang it, that actually went really far. The Crave luckily just made it through. Basket, again, like I said, is on the right now. It's not on the left anymore. I think I'm gonna go with the hex. Okay, I think that's up there. That was a pretty great shot with the hex. We're just about pin high here, maybe like 10, 15 feet here for the putt. Should make it. It's a full moon, which means the Wolfman is out. Okay, so we're here at hole 13. It is dark. I'm getting the glow discs charged up. The pin has been moved. It's on the left side. The sign says 270 feet. I don't buy that. I think it's a little bit closer. It's gonna be down to the left. You probably can't see a thing, but these discs look so cool. On this hole, we're gonna throw the hex and the Crave. So let me finish getting these charged up. This is the hex. Look how vibrant. MVP glow plastic is so cool. So with the hex, you can see it. They call this total eclipse. So the rim and the flight plate are both glowing, and they have different colors. So it looks like this one is mostly the same, like a sort of teal blue color. It looks pretty sweet, but the rim might be a little more greenish actually, but oh my God, it looks so cool. Look at that. And then we're also gonna throw the Crave. These R2 discs with the glow rim, they look so cool. Like, it just looks like backlighting. It's so cool. I can't wait to throw these. Look at how bright that is. Like, it's amazing. We'll see how well this is gonna work. I'm gonna try to get out of the way because I have a low aperture here, so let's see how it goes. Crave first. I threw that to the old pin position. That flew beautifully though. Oh my God, that was so cool. I can't wait to throw these. Like, these are gonna be radiating. I threw that exactly the same. Parked in the old pin position. Look how easy it is to find these discs. Even the rim, one with the rim, a little bit harder to find, but oh, it looks so cool. Just glowing. So we'll go from here. The pin is over here now. I guess you can see it. So the Nomad, you can see, has a really cool, like, light blue color rim. This looks sick. Try to make a long circle 2 putt here. You can't even see the basket. You can probably see it better than me on the camera. Ooh, just short, I think. Last hole here, hole 14, 220 feet. Basket is off to the left. You can definitely see the basket better than I can. It is so dark. We're gonna use the putters. So we got the Nomad, the Wolfman stamp, and the Proxy here, also radiating. So this one has like a sort of a green, like a standard green rim, but the flight plate is more of an aqua blue. So we're gonna go Proxy first, then Nomad. That's gonna be money for the old pin position. Nomad now. That's gonna be short, but that's definitely a little bit more towards where the basket is, but that's in some long grass. Okay, well, this was well short. Putting with the Nomad again. Woo, let's go. I wasn't sure if it spat out or not, but it's floating. It's floating right now. All right, well, I am all finished up testing out these glow discs, and as I expected, they are straight money. I'm not gonna be bagging any of these per se, but these would be like excellent wall decorations, honestly. The glow is so cool, especially with these R2 Neutron ones. They're definitely a little harder to find, like in the dark if you're playing with them. These glowing rims look so cool. And really, these total eclipse ones look cool. I think it would be even cooler if I would have gotten some like more contrasty glow colors, and I know that those are available. So honestly, MVP is just killing it with these glow plastics. They look so cool. It feels like these are pretty stable. Like, I throw a glow hex in the back, and I feel like my glow hex is straighter than this. This had a lot more hook to it at the end than I was expecting. Now, obviously that might be because this is a brand new hex, where mine's been in the bag for a little bit of time now, but they're still money. None of these are like crazy overstable. MVP, you are killing it with these glow discs. They are so cool. They look great, they fly great, feel great. They're amazing. So I do highly recommend them for sure. That's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. We are doing a big giveaway right now, so definitely be sure to look for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down in that video if you want to be entered into our giveaway. That's going to be ending November 5th, and I'll be drawing a winner on the 6th, so you definitely don't want to miss your chance. to enter into that contest. If you enjoyed watching this little challenge video using these sweet glow discs, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. Until next time, guys, cheers.